this morning I'm going to sharing a little bit direct and profound meaning of the training for mindfulness, concentration into wisdom. This is something that our mind observe this body, need to bring it into the state, means bring it into his result from the practice of skill of four foundation of mindfulness training. So this is three states, or from the path to his fruit, divided into three. One is root of mindful, power of mindful, and right mindful. This is the first state. The second state is root of concentrate, powers of concentrate, and right concentrate. This is the second state. And the third state is root of wisdom, powers of wisdom, and right knowledge. This is the third state. How we can process in the four foundation of mindfulness training by this improvement, our mental or the spiritual come to different level of these three different states. This is become direct experience or profound experience in this very life. We need to process, or we need to put it into training. Make sure that in these trainings of the path, we come to his fruit, means we come to a certain junction. This junction will let you link into the state of the processing of the path. So the mindfulness trainings or four foundation of mindfulness showing that it is the direct path, means you don't go to narrow, you go to straightforward into the object. The subject is here. You don't have to think other way else. So this is direct path. The second one is for wholesome path, means once you walk, every step is the benefit. You won't say that I walk, oh, it's just lots of string and time put it in, and no benefit at all after this. Virtue. This is a virtue path, means direct benefit. You direct come to it, you directly feel and get the benefit from it. So the third step, what we call that right path, means after observe all what we know about the phenomenon of the bodily phenomenon, exterior sensual context phenomenon, and mental vibration phenomenon. When we observe all this in three, what we call that, worthy, or three universal phenomenon of exterior universal, body universal, and mental universal. when we observe all this, full foundation of mindfulness guided you is the right path. The Buddha said, oh, you don't have to know about God. You don't have to know about science. You don't have to know about this and that. Professional skill. That may not show you what is right. Means right into true. What is the true means? True will bring you freedom. Bring you release from the burning, from the confused. After you get into this penetration of all the defilement and confused, then you really know what is the answer, not by your teacher, not by him, not by it, but by your own direct knowledge. This is called, after right into the training, we call it right mindful, then right deliverance is formed. So right mindfulness process into right concentrate process into right knowledge. That is spiritual or mental quality changing. This changing, we call it purification. The purification starts from roots of mindful into powers of mindful and right mindful. Roots of mindful means I already mentioned about the skills of sitting, standing, walking, lying down. Very simple skill. And then that skill is try to pull the root of the bodily and mental action into his foundation. Means I want to build something up. Be careful, no foundation, you cannot build the second floor and third floor. Everything is from the foundation. So you need to digging, pouring concrete, make sure that the concrete already stabilized. Need to put vibration, concrete, we have the same thing. So that everything, make sure that this foundation is solidable to hold the structure up. That is called foundation. Foundation is where? Four posture. So mindful to the root of four posture, then you start to pulling back this body and mind of unity. So the unity of it, then it will try to be power. What is powers of mindful? Power of mindful is slowly this very body in a lot of rush, a lot of attachment in what we call the six sense base, that kind of running monkey. It slowly become material form, or we call science IQ. Means it's very reasonable. I don't go to emotion of the sixth sense grabbing. And all the remembering is go to sixth sense, suddenly into five senses contact and feeling and run into that grabbing. Suddenly come to mental. We call that mental have a lot of the remembering, and we go to mental processing. All this is for monkey, not one mind. One mind means he have the powers of mindfulness. So power of mindfulness means remember right object and not forgotten. This is called the powers of mindful. Of course, when the training, from time to time, the line run off. Because the desire is not strong, the environment is not right, and then your training is very restless. Or some condition of the body is not support, like when the time you training, illness come. When the mind power of the concentrate power not form here, only mindfulness. So mindfulness cannot fight with illness. Then a large of training, practice destruction, the mind. So without that, then you need to process it very diligent. Why diligent? Unhealthy body or aging, dangerous. This is the condition. Young men go first. I was 20, come into Mongolia. Fortunately, training will make a lot of regret, a lot of things need to abandon or not need to be repentant in order to come back to the path, We no make mistake, but we walk back. That is called diligence. From the four effort, right effort. The back, always back from unwholesome, back to the path. When we training mindfulness, back to the body, back to feeling the body. Because the mind only grab one thought at a time, have one object to form the mind. This is an ordinary man, what I am. Cannot grab two perception or two picture in one time. So just right mindful become power of mindful. It's right that training. Until the six senses bases become unity of the very body. And you feel the very body all the time. You don't feel senses vibration anymore. Then we call that right concentrate. Oh no, we call that right mindful. So here, I'm talking about the first state. Root of mindful, power of mindful, come to right mindful. So this is how, in a trainer, no matter the intensive practice, retreat practice, and daily life practice, always here, back to this inner of training, back to this very body and mind observation. From here, that we mindful back to his root, processing his power, means increasing his power. Then come to right mindful. After right mindful is formed, I think the life, even though not come to deliverance too much, the life itself become a lot of release, because we don't see by your attention, or when you observe and when you check your own mind, your mind just right there, not in the sensual disturbances. So this is called right. You make your own judge, means you discriminate, I am in the right mindfulness. Like that. After right mindfulness is there, I think this guy will be turning the whole body and mind into a new form of quality. The Buddha mentioned this become a through, a tool, T-O-O-N, a tool. The tool will fit to hold the Dhamma. Otherwise, you just an ordinary man. Sometimes have confidence, sometimes disappoint. Sometimes hindrance get you, sometimes you are just there in the corner. You see the light there, only a candle light. You stay in the corner. That kind of weak of Dhamma. But after this first stage of training, this whole quality of mind and body change. So I name this of the first purification in the trainings of mindfulness. And this morning, I will just sharing the first stage. I don't want to go more. If I go more, then it becomes something else in the perception. It's not in the direct path of skillful means penetrate the problem or the defilements. Right now in here is what I want to mention. So the first stage is loose or mindful, powers of mindful, and right mindful. This is right now in here. You check your own mindful. Can you get it? Or you just not there often? Make sure that you need to always just there, because that here and now. Thank you.